Whose house is this anyway? It smells like Raisinets and lentils.
Gertrude's, I think.
Who the fuck is Gertrude?
One of Dad's friends.
You mean she's one of his mistresses?
If that's the right word for it.
She's a woman he's fucking that's not mom. It's the only word for it. But by the way, who names their kid Gertrude anymore? I mean, is Dad in his anti-DiCaprio phase where he can only fuck a woman with an AARP card?
I honestly don't know.
Where the fuck is he?
He'll be here any minute.
Typical Peter. You know, if he was dead, he'd be late to his own fucking funeral.
I'm sure he's just stuck in traffic.
You mean his driver is stuck in traffic while he's snorting a rail off the cup holder?
He'll be here, Margot.
He better. It took me 2 hours and several bus transfers to get all the way up to Staten fucking Island because you said it was an emergency. Do you know the last time I rode the bus?
When?
Never. Okay? The only people who ride the bus are NYU students who are too poor to pay for housing and single mothers who are living off of food stamps. I had to keep this hood over my head the entire time too, otherwise somebody could have snapped a picture of me and posted it all over social media saying that I relapsed again. And by the way, some cho-chugging rat fucker stole my gym shoes and leggings when I was in the gym shower, so I had to rush over here for your supposed emergency in my gym shorts and flip-flops in 30-degree weather. So, it better be fucking worth it.
I'm sure he'll be satisfied by night's end.
Can't you just see where he is right now?
Excuse me?
Don't twins, especially identical ones, have some sort of telepathic powers or some shit like that?
I'm not sure it works like that between me and Peter, but he's probably closer than you think. Do you mind getting your feet off the table? Margot? Margot, did you hear me?
I heard you. I ran for an hour on the treadmill, and then I stood for 2 more hours on the overcrowded bus ride here. With that being said, I've decided to ignore your stupid fucking question.
Do you mind putting out your cigarette and getting your feet off the table? I don't want the dining room to smell like smoke and for your foot sweat to get on the table.
I think it's too late for that. Fine. Were you going to drink this?
I mean, I was going to when Peter... Classy.
Only doing what you asked, little bro.
That's the only one I got.
Well, when Peter eventually decides to make his grand fucking entrance, he can have yours. Do you know what I saw the other day?
What?
Get ready for this. So I was dropping off some papers in Dad's office, something to do with his upcoming meeting with the private equity investors. And I saw Peter facing the window that overlooks the entire city, pants around his ankles, and masturbating like he was Roman fucking Roy.
Jesus.
I know. And the worst part, after he'd left, I came back and there was just huge smudge of cum splattered on the window.
Why would he do something like that?
Probably asserting dominance or some freaky shit like that.
He's something.
Yeah. Something fucked up beyond any real help. You have to be fucking shitting me.
What?
That meeting I have tomorrow with the PR team about the Taiwan incident, which is bullshit, by the way, got moved to 9 a.m.
So?
So, I have Pilates at 8. I thought I made that totally fucking clear, but apparently not. Carla's out to get me, you know.
The COO is not out to get you. I don't know why you would think that. Carla is a grade A professional.
More like a grade A cunt. You know, the only reason she got the role of COO is because she sucks Dad's dick, right? Literally, not figuratively.
I highly doubt that's true.
Believe it or not, all I know is that Dad only gives any positions with any real authority to people who either have a dick or will suck his. Who is that ginger fuck intern that is always wearing that rainbow bow tie? Benny?
Benji?
Right, Benji. Based off his preferences, he has a first-class ticket to becoming the next CEO once Dad commits autoerotic asphyxiation. That is, if Dad had never named Peter as his successor. Isn't the heir, or in this case, heiress, supposed to go to the eldest child, otherwise known as me?
What about Mom? Wouldn't she be next in line?
Mom is too busy drowning herself in Exapiclone or in red wine to even know what day of the week it is. I mean, if God forbid she became the next CEO, we would have to call every Monday from there on out Black Monday.
What about me?
What about you?
What says that if anything were to happen to Dad, that I couldn't take over the company? What?
Nothing, it's just... Sorry. Honestly, you don't have what it takes to be the CEO. You have a better chance of getting your cock sucked by a transvestite hooker in an East Harlem alleyway than becoming the next CEO of this company. There are just so many qualities that you lack.
Probably none more than you.
None more than me. Christ, Henry, the list of your incapabilities is longer than the Epstein list in 40-point font. You don't know what I had to do to get shit done for this company.
Then tell me,
Tell you what?
what things you've done to help Dad and the company.
I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Fine. But I'm just going to warn you, you're not gonna like what I'm gonna say.
My ears have never been more open.
You know that German shareholder that has 6% of the company shares?
Christoph Ackerman. Doesn't he own like 9% now?
Exactly. And he was going to withdraw when he found out about Dad's second heart attack.
Okay, and what does this have to do with you?
When Dad found out that Christoph found out about his health scare, he told me to go to Stuttgart, where Christoph lives, and to do whatever it took to keep him on as a shareholder. And I knew from the start why he specifically asked me instead of you or Peter. But especially you. So, long story short, I fucked him.
I'm sorry, you what?
Did I stutter?
Margot. I don't know what to say.
I don't expect or need you to say anything.
That's highly unethical.
Yet you say something anyway. You know what? Let me tell you something, Henry. Being unethical is the #1 trait that you need to make decisions in this type of business. If what's best for the company means that I have to fuck some geriatric kraut, then that's what I'll do. You know what the really weird part of all that is? I can still remember him repeatedly shouting, "Fick mich wie meine Schwester." What?
You don't know what that means, do you?
Obviously fucking not. Like you actually do.
Remember when I studied abroad in Frankfurt 2 years ago?
Happier times back then.
Right. Well, of course, I had to learn German.
So what did he say?
He said, "Fuck me like my sister."
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck!
What's best for the company, right?
If Peter isn't here in the next 3 minutes, he's not gonna have a dick to fuck those 19-year-old strippers with daddy issues anymore.
Actidiciast.
Huh?
The word stripper is displeasing. Use a more non-offensive word like actidiciast.
If I don't know what the fuck you just said, what makes you think one of Peter's failed GED whores would?
Not going to save any for Peter.
Fuck him. He doesn't like white wine anyway.
Then what's he gonna have with the steaks?
Steaks? What do you mean steaks?
They're defrosting right now. I was gonna throw them on the George Foreman when he got here.
I can't eat steak.
Why not?
The only meat I eat is fish and seafood.
Since when did you become a Presbyterian?
Pescatarian, you stupid fucking moron. You know how to formally label a stripper, but you can't tell the difference between a specific diet and a liberal Calvinist Protestant? If it wasn't for Dad becoming the next Warren Buffett, you'd be spinning dough at the Sbarro outside of Penn fucking Station.
Oh yeah, and where would you be?
Are you kidding? I would be doing an 8-ball with Jordan Belfort on the ice rink at Rockefeller, debating who's the biggest cuck selling trades on Wall Street.
Isn't Jordan Belfort clean now?
Once he sees what I can get my hands on, he'll be throwing midgets at Velcro dartboards again.
You were always the audacious one of us three.
Well, to be fair to Peter, he is pretty audacious. The only problem is, the risks he takes never come with any real rewards.
And what about me?
What about you?
You don't think that I've ever taken risk before?
No, not that I've seen in person.
So are you saying that if I were to be more dauntless, that Dad would consider me to be a successor?
No.
Then what? What is it that I don't have that you and Peter do?
Out of all the qualities you lack, there is one, the most important one, I must say, that you will never have.
And what might that be?
You will never instill fear into anyone. To move up the chain, you have to have this killer instinct that shows people that you are not and never to be fucked with. Now, the people we work with on a daily basis are an endless cesspool of avaricious politicians and liver-spotted pussy grabbers. And I don't think you can handle that. Because every time I look at your face, I see an incel who drills fuckholes into porcelain dolls to make yourself seem more empowered. Because you're afraid of what people really think about you. You don't know the number of times I've been called a bitch or an asshole or a twat in the past year. A 12-year-old boy with Hitler peach fuzz called me a twink outside of Madame Tussauds. And that doesn't even make fucking sense. With that being said, I've learned to embrace it. I stopped caring what other people think about me. I make Mary the First of England, that insatiable hag who is known for her prosecution of Protestants, while her reign was a testament to fanaticism, look like a fucking Cabbage Patch Kid. We never would have gotten to where we are without making a few enemies along the way. And at the end of every day, we just end up salting the earth with our blood. And the quicker you realize that, the quicker you'll rise, not quite to the top of the totem pole because of me, obviously, but pretty fucking close. Because there is one thing that you actually do have that separates you from so many others.
What?
An obscene amount of money that allows us to do whatever the fuck we want.
Well, I'm sure there are limitations to what we can and can't do.
Please. I could stand on top of the fountain in Madison Square Park, quoting Mein Kampf through a megaphone to a bunch of Orthodox Jews, and nobody could do a single fucking thing. Because while money can't buy you happiness, it can buy you one thing.
What?
Immunity.
What are you trying to say?
We, my dear imbecilic brother, the top 1% of the 1%, are fucking untouchable. Now, if you would like to further your knowledge, you can get all the answers you need in my upcoming memoir, I Know Everything and You Don't, by Margot Leslie Babineau. And now, if Peter could just get his egotistical ass here, I can finally find out why you wanted to meet in some lady's house who is old enough to have a menage a trois with Laurel and Hardy. Fuck this.
What are you doing?
I can't wait any longer. I'm seeing where he is.
I'll be here any minute.
Then let him tell me himself.
Wait!
Just calm the fuck down, okay? He probably won't even answer the phone.
Hey, yo, buddy. The dipshit's calling you. You might not want to answer. It's the dipshit.
Don't worry. It'll be painless.
What the fuck is going on? Where's Peter? What did you do to him?
Just relax. It'll make everything easier.
What the fuck are you talking about? Why do you have Peter's phone? Tell me what's going on. I am so fucking confused. Why the fuck am I talking like this? Rat poison? You mother...
Drank enough to kill a horse and somehow you're still breathing. remember when you said I didn't have that killer instinct? Looks like you won't be able to say that you were wrong. Not like you would admit it anyways. Dad, it's your son. No, the other one. Let's just say that I have a pitch as to why I should be your successor.